simple. You need to duplicate your settings in both scenes. So from now on, anytime you make a different scene, you gotta add
Yeah,
those.
you gotta add different
It
stuff.
does, yeah, it doesn't automatically. Man, if I'd have known that, I'd have told you a long time ago. I did it at the church and
Oh
was
no,
freaking out.
I figured it was like that, but I just didn't. I couldn't pinpoint.
And you know what? I bet you it's like that on purpose. It's probably like one of
Yeah,
because they have a paid version. I bet you on the paid version it does everything automatic. I bet you that's what they
No,
do. That's what they
no,
do
no,
to get you to.
no.
I
It's a no,
have
no,
It
the
no.
don't.
page.
It's a
It's
customizable thing
Oh,
because
this.
you customize each
Oh, you bought
scene.
the paid version?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
But
Never mind then.
you on the pay, even on the paper, you customize each scene to be what you want it to be because sometimes you may switch to a scene that's
Oh,
like so when he was talking about we could have our intro on the live, you would create a scene and use the video in that scene. Well, that video has built-in audio. It wouldn't need our audio on that intro. So you would only add the video as what you want to happen in that scene.
but they don't have like how like with the video editors and music editors, you can like make presets and on your keyboard. They don't have it on here to where you can make a preset to where you can just press that button and it automatically goes to both of them.
No, because each scene is 100% customizable. Then you break like a new scene is like blank, and then you customize it like to the T. It's
Gotcha. And they won't let you save their preset just in general
you
to
can
like
save a
use.
preset. You can save a
Okay,
preset and like click and save like you could
but you have to
duplicate a
click on it every
previous
time.
scene. Yeah, you can duplicate a
Okay,
previous scene and then change like you can change like the video source, but keep the
right,
audio. You can do that. But if you click just new scene, it's blank and it's plain and it's there for you to customize it however you want to. Their
right.
whole deal with doing this building the scenes is so you can build each scene
yeah,
exactly the way you want to build it.
customizable. And
So yeah, so in
I
other
was gonna
words,
do the
he'll have
same
to like,
thing with
yeah,
the one I made for you. You know, I mean, I'm
Yeah.
still working on it. But now that I got this one for me, and I'll do the same thing for y'all. Like, 'cause I like the way I set this one up with animation and stuff.
so in other words, it'll be like one of those things where if you just wake up one day and say, you know what, I want to use 8 or 9 different scenes, you would have to know what you want first, figure them out, and then kind of set them all up beforehand, and then have them ready. That way, when you switch the scene, you can just click, 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 so you won't have to. Wow, okay, that makes sense. I get it now. It's kind of like one of those you gotta
They're pre-made. You're basically
build it before.
pre-making slides. It's just like, and Tyler knows what I'm talking about because he worked at the TV station. It's just like pre-programming the stuff in the director's board.
Yeah,
That program
but
is
you gotta
literally
do
the
it way
director's board.
before it. Yeah,
Yeah,
before the show.
that
Gotcha.
program is what the
That's
director's board was at the TV station. You don't have a board; it's on a computer, and
But see, and that's the part
and
I was wondering about though, like, because I'm sure like with the director's board, you were able to like have it to where you would do it in maybe like two or three steps, even if like let's say a hiccup came up in the middle of the show or whatever, or the broadcast, you're able to like click it and fix it so quickly. That's why I was like, I'm surprised they don't have like keyboard settings and say, okay, if this happens, do this. You know what I mean? I don't know. I just
well,
find that weird.
and all of that stuff like that you're talking about, yeah, it was programmed into the board. That's why they had those big fancy like huge
Yeah,
boards that you can punch. Everything's like a button. It does something, but it also has like preview and program. And I noticed like whenever we're looking at the screen, everything's just right there. But you can turn on like the preview and program thing in the OBS
yeah,
in StreamLabs, and he would be able to do like what he wanted to in preview where you're
yeah.
supposed to. But even if you got to edit something like, oh crap, this is messed up. If you need to fix it, you can fix it in preview and then click
Right.
live or click transition or whatever. I think it says transition, and you click it and it'll put it over to the live side. So everything
Gotcha.
is and which you can. There's a way for you to like
Yeah.
on the fly change something in the live panel only, but you'd have to go in there and find it. But
Yeah.
it's in there, but everything is built to it was built for simplicity, and in them doing that, I think they made it a little more complicated with certain things. By
Right.
making it simple or making it customizable, it makes it more
Yeah.
a few more extra steps because you can customize it to do whatever hell you want. Like
Gotcha.
he could have a deal where it starts playing music and Like you would never see us transition, but he would click transition, and then that audio file would start playing, and we'd still be on here talking or whatever, and the music would just start. So,
Gotcha.
What you
Welcome to
got?
Tech Talk, people. We're talking about StreamLabs and how to build a StreamLab. You want to build a StreamLab like us, and be awesome. This is the place to do it. Tech Talk, talk about OBSs.
That's a subject we could talk about.
That's what we're kind of doing, but that's just one. This was kind of on the fly, but why not Tech Talk? So
we definitely talk because
and Snake is tinkering away, as y'all see on the screen, while Hammer is telling you how it all works, the little bits, and why I asked the question. So you got any questions of how does this thing work? What is this StreamLabs, this OBS? I use a regular OBS. Let us know. Anybody, y'all can hear us now. So that shows that we taking away. I don't know if that's a thing. Tekken, that's a game.
Tekken is
a video game. It's a video game.
No free promos. No free promos. We live now. You gotta get paid for that kind of stuff.
What you want to talk about?
I mean, we were like straight up talking like TV talk just right then. So we can go to whatever.
Apple came out with a lot of stuff. They came out, that keynote they came out with the MacBook Pro and all that stuff. Yeah. I have seen a little bit of it. I haven't seen too much of it or whatever. It's the M1 chip and how they put it.
The chip itself, the chip is dope. The chip is nice. I don't know about the rest of it yet. I'm gonna just wait and
I seen the desktop. It's like real tiny.
Yeah,
it's weird. It's weird, and like all of the computer parts are inside the what is that? The monitor. The monitor. Yeah. There's no like computer brick thing or that comes with it, which I think is awesome. At the same time, I don't know. It looks weird. He had like a big chin at the bottom, and I don't know. It's weird looking.
Yeah, it kind of reminds you of like an early all-in-one kind of. In a way, it's just got that weird, like you say, like a weird chin-looking thing on the bottom of it. It's like, I reserve judgment on all that. The chip though is dope. I'm feeling the chip. I think it's gonna be good. I'm pretty sure they're gonna figure out a way to work that chip into an iPad. I don't know when, but I'm sure they're gonna.
I think they did. I think they did. Yeah, it's one. It's a new iPad as well. I haven't seen it. I mean, I haven't like seen a review because I follow this guy. I don't know if y'all want me to say his name on the live, but I follow this one guy, and he talks about tech a lot, and he's talking about he's going to do the review on the iPad. I'm pretty sure he has already, but so because they put all the M1s in all of the gear. They haven't did the actual like whatever the new standard edition of the Mac, whatever the top of the line one is, but they put it in the Mac. They put it in the regular Mac desktop, iPad, and something else. And of course, they're in the iPhones pretty soon if they're not already.
Oh yeah, well we're not M1 chip yet. I think the next iPhone should have it. I think we still have like A12 or whatever it is, which is I got it in my phone. I'm using my phone as kind of a monitor for the Facebook stream, but I mean that chip has worked out very, very well. No complaints about it at all. It's my phone. It runs, and show you how far behind we are here in little old dusty Odessa. Just 2 days ago, my phone, we finally got 5G service here. Like I was messing with my phone and I watched the little icon change from LTE to 5G, and I was like,
"Wow,
what the hell?" I was like, "Hey, we got 5G. What did they just decided to turn this shit on? That's nice." Yeah, I thought I like rebooted my whole phone. I was like, man, it's probably messed up. So I like restarted my phone and came back on 5G. I was like, what? I said, we got 5G. Shut up.
Look at that.
Yeah, phone calls are a lot clearer though. Like no bullshit. My phone calls have been way clearer. Way clearer. I was like, man, that shouldn't be that big of a difference. I feel kind of offended that it's this much better, and I've been waiting to have 5G or something that's been out, and you could go to the city and get it be on 5G. I feel like I've been robbed of like the full potential of the phone this whole time. Because I mean, crystal clear calls, like everything is much better. And since I'm able to get 5G, and I'm like, what the hell, man? I should have been already. This should have been a thing already. This is garbage.
Yeah, that's what happens. They're trying to push out this new stuff and it takes a minute, I guess.
Yeah, but that chip, I think you're right. I reserve judgment on the actual machine, but the chip being in everything, the chip is nice. Chip is dope.
But speaking of that, I know Google is trying to do their own chip. That's just a rumor or whatever, and it makes sense. It's the same thing. I hate it because it's kind of like on your show, the Sony Xbox thing. Now it's like because I'm team Google. I love the Google Pixel as far as the camera. I don't like anything else, and the pure Android on that phone is amazing. It's so fast, and Google speaks amazing on there. It's like the best ever. It does everything for you. But other than that, the phone isn't that great other than the camera. But I'm still team Google. But I hate the fact that every time Apple does something, everybody's like, maybe we should do it too. Can y'all come up with it first, please? Somebody. Because it's like, I understand why they're doing it, because the M1 chip, just based off what's been said so far, is the fact that it's so powerful that you don't need a lot of the other stuff. Like you needed something to integrate as far as terabytes, and you needed another chip to do this and do that. It takes care of like 4 or 5 chips in itself, just in that one chip. So it leaves so that means you can do more with that, and it's so much power. So I see everybody now jumping ship saying, yes, let's do that. Let's create our own to see if we can, optimize our power better and, compete with Apple. I don't think they're going to compete as well, me personally, which I hate, because, I'm real big. I'm Google. I'm not necessarily pure Android, because that means every other phone, but I love Google, and I love OnePlus. I have OnePlus phone. I like them. I think they're the best non-Google phone that does Android best. I know people talk about Samsung, but I think Samsung is actually another company who's actually trying to build their own chip eventually. They hinted at it. I think they're trying to move away from Android. I think they're trying to create their own UI type thing. I think that's where they're going, me personally. So I don't know. But that's the thing with the chips. I'm actually excited about all the chips. If they figure out a way to make something that can do 4 or 5 different processing things for hardware, that means now maybe we can make more. Maybe we can see it in other things like TVs. Maybe TVs could do more things. Maybe it'll go to consoles. Maybe it'll go to, I don't know, maybe augmented reality. Maybe we'll see something. I don't know. I just want to see it if you can get one thing that could do 4 or 5 different things, cool. That means the next technology that comes out will be better and better and better. Maybe I'll eventually have some money to buy it. Because right now,
I think you onto something though with everybody trying to have their own chip. I think, first of all, I think competition is healthy. I think as long as there are many people in the market, it pushes the other companies to have to try to be the best. So a lot of times the consumer benefits because they're trying to one up each other all the time. Even if you're not the first one to do it, you're like, okay, we're going to do what you did, but we're going to tweak it and make it this much better. And then they're like, oh, you think you cool? Watch this shit. And then bam, it's like, it's over and over. Yeah. So I think competition is healthy, to a certain extent. Google having their own chip, I think is fine. While I'm not a fan of the Android program, I'm not. It's just not for me. I will say this. I think you are right. I think it runs flawlessly on a Google phone. I think the program itself works better on a Google phone because of the fact that, it's supposed to, but I feel like it runs better on those phones than it does, say, a Samsung. And I do think the Samsung, if they're coming out with a chip, they should just come out with their own
UI, like you said, their own user interface. Come up with your own thing. Move away from Android. Let Google have that. Let them put it in their Pixels, and whatever other little small phones that want to hang on to Android, let them have it. Come up with your own thing, because while the market, while everybody's either Apple or Android, I guarantee you, if there's a third party in the mix that is viable, with Samsung, I feel like could 100% be viable if they really wanted to do it. If there's a viable third option, they'll make good money, because there's going to be people that don't like either Apple or Android. I hear people that have Androids that bitch about Android, but they're like, I'm not going back to Apple because it pissed me off too. I hate both of these damn phones. If there was a third option, those are the people that are going to switch to that option. And it gives them one more thing in the market to have. What I don't like is Samsung. Oh my God. I saw it today, as a matter of fact. I saw a damn ad while I was watching a YouTube video. They're going with a version 2 of this damn foldable phone.
Oh yeah.
And I guarantee you they have still not figured this shit out. I'm saying it right now. They have not figured out this damn phone. The phone creases in no time. It is a nasty crease in the middle where it folds. I was in the 18.
Okay. Well, wait. Let me cut in. Okay, so I saw a dude who had the version 2 of it, and it looks better. They fixed the hinge, and they say now it's, I think what it was before, 2,000 open and closes. Now they say it can go beyond that. So, and he was opening and closing, and the crease wasn't there at first, and then he says that over time the crease, he said, but the way they have the phone now with the screen, apparently it hides it better or something like that. So I don't know. I think it's people who buy. I think they know what they're getting into. I think they like it. I don't know. I didn't really like. I like that when you turn it sideways, it was like a mini tablet or whatever, and it had like a double screen for you to do extra stuff. Other than that, I wouldn't buy it, because I was like, I wouldn't use it all the time, because I just buy one of these.
2,000, even at 2,000 folds, you fold the phone to put it in your pocket. Think about this. How many times do you pull your phone out of your pocket to check the time, or because you thought it rang, or because I'm gonna look something real quick on Facebook? How many times a day do you do that? Like, honestly, not in like a work day. Work day is a little different because you're busy, you're moving. But like, say on the weekend, like if you was walking through the mall, or if you're doing something, like how many times you grab that phone and like, what time is it? Or let me see this real
Facebook.
Or like, I saw it on Facebook. It's right here. Like 2,000.
Getting nerdy's going live.
2,000 opens and closes ain't nothing. It's not enough. And you may be right. People understand what they're getting into, and they're okay with it, I guess. But me personally, I'm like, no, I'm not buying the phone. So after 2,000 times, I'm gonna open it and I have a crease, and I don't care if they hide it. It's visible to me because I know it's there. And I don't want to pay that much for a phone and it has a damn crease in the screen because it folds. I just wish they would. There's a way to do it. I just don't think they're there yet to prevent it from creasing. There's a way. They just need to figure it out.
Yeah.
And then sell the damn phone. I'll give them a props. The moment they come out one and it doesn't crease ever, and when I say ever, I mean like in what would be considered the life of a phone. Because people usually go, on average they go they'll get a phone, they skip a generation or two, and then get a new one.
Yeah.
Most of the time. You have some people that just every time phone comes out, they got to swap. But most people will hold on to a phone. Like I'm the type, I hold on well past my upgrade time. My phone will be paid off, and like there'll be like 3 phones, and mine still work. I'm rolling with that one. The only reason I even have that phone is because we have a rule in the house: once the kids turn like 10, they get a cell phone. Well, one of my kids that turned 10, and we need to give her a phone. I'm not giving her a brand new damn iPhone. She ain't getting a brand new iPhone. You crazy. Mm-hmm. So we passed down phones. So my phone went to my wife, and then my wife's phone, which was older than my phone, went to the kid. And then I got the new phone because my line was up for eligibility for an upgrade because my phone was paid off. So that's how we did it. But I keep phones like that. Like I keep them I don't just upgrade just because no, my phone works unless it's just getting to a point where it's like, okay, damn it, you got to upgrade or something happens. That's the only time I do it. They have time to perfect this. I said they have time to perfect this.
Yes.
They need to just take a step back and think it out. I want them to succeed. The idea is fantastic.
Yeah, it is.
When I heard about it, I was like, yo, that would be dope. But how do you fix this? Like when they first said that, I was just like, the screen's gonna crease. And then sure enough, that dude, I was in AT&T and that dude walked in pissed. And it was the first version, it wasn't the second one, but the dude 48 hours and he opened it and there was this nasty crease right down the middle of the phone where it folded over. We just need to take it off the market for a little bit, reevaluate. Y'all make great phones, you have good phones, just go with that for now, perfect this, and then come back and say, look, foldable phone, like screen and everything, no creases, no damage for the life of the phone. And then you just put a disclaimer of what the life of the phone is.
Yeah.
You know.
And now I see Snake got some game footage on. I know this ain't I know this of some tech that's just really, really amazing. I know, you know, like, why are my hands like this? Is it a bear? No, it's not a bear. It's not tech.
You wouldn't bought that, bro?
What?
The game,
Tyler, the game.
It for y'all froze up, so that's why I was confused.
Okay, you bought that game?
Bought what?
The game.
You see what I'm playing right now?
It was like you playing that Knockout City.
Yeah, it's free on the pass.
No, it's not. I've been to the pass. It is not on there.
I literally just downloaded it for free.
What the? Man, I have been on the pass. I've been on the damn pass, and it did not work. I went there, and there is no Knockout City on here. What the? Okay. I'm gonna. Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna restart my whole console on purpose. Pass, and I can look at it, see all the games in it. I'm gonna just say it's because I have to restart before.
So guys, that brings me to another tech talk subject. It's called the Sense gloves. Now what makes these? That's why I did my hands like this. Now what makes the Sense gloves so amazing is that this is, if you've heard about what the new PlayStation 5 is trying to do, that's the PlayStation 4, with the haptic technology, and actually it's in a lot of things in phones. I think phones are trying to put it in.
Like haptic is like that responsive deal where you touch the screen, wherever you touch it, and it makes that little buzz, like you feel it, like if you're pressing a button.
Right.
That's haptic technology. That's been a thing. Samsung had it too.
Yeah, but yeah. So what they're doing now, the reason why I'm talking about the Sense gloves, advanced version, these gloves are going to be used for VR now, and that's why I'm so excited. Back then, our first was like, we need more things. Sure, we got the controllers. You can do like this. You can pretend like you do your fingers like this on a thing, and it'll make your hand in the game, touch whatever it's going to touch and grab whatever it's going to grab just by you doing this, and use your thumb, and it'll be like you're picking up stuff and all that. But the actual glove thing that you wear, you can actually pick up stuff and it'll give you the haptic feedback as if you're holding. And the feedback will be based off what that object is. So let's say you're holding a remote. It'll sense that you're holding something, in an oval shape with buttons, and it will find the buttons on there and give you the haptics of that button. So I think that's really great because it takes it further on. And then with your hands, you're able to do more things. You can imagine being in a VR game and actually having the freedom to try things out. So let's say you have a sword, and let's say you're trying to block, but then you want to turn and cut. and then stab and then twist and then cut up and then cut down or something. In most games, you can only have like 3 or 4 motions, but this you could probably do all this kind of stuff like that. You can probably throw it, catch it, do that or whatever, put it behind your back, whatever, push to do. It's a lot of things you can do, and that's what I love about that. And it's also with augmented reality. And what makes this another reason why I'm really excited about it is that they have the other version, the Nova ones. Apparently, is supposed to be. I think those are more. Those have the what was it, 20 millimeters or something like that pressure, so it can give like you're holding something heavy. It can give you that feedback of this is heavy, and you'll know it. So it'll make you think with your brain that you're lifting something heavy, so you'll pull more or let it go. And so I'm just excited about all of that. So I can just imagine if they can just have that, maybe with something that can go to your feet. I'm not gonna ask for boots or anything like that. I think that's too much. But maybe some kind of like little anklet type thing they could put on your ankle, or maybe like some like Velcro thing you could put like on your pants or whatever, and it gives haptic feedback, so you can feel like you're walking through maybe water, or maybe you feel like you're walking through like mud or different things like that. And then I really would like them to. We talked about that VR chair last week, and previous Tech Talks we talked about the Virtuix, the treadmill. I would just like them to kind of. I want someone to take these ideas and figure out a way to make them cohesive. I know we talked about this before, but it seems like now we have more pieces to the puzzle. Like, you ever had a puzzle and then maybe your brother or sister, your cousin comes and messes up the puzzle, and then they move them around the house, and now you got to find the next piece to the puzzle and try to figure out how to make them all fit together. I think with each new thing that's coming out, it's making it to where it eventually someone's going to make to where you'll have the headset on, and then you'll have the gloves, the chair, and all that. Now, I would say if they do this correctly, if whoever makes all of this cohesively work together, if they do it correctly and sell it as a bundle, I would say with the chair and the treadmill, $3,000 wouldn't be that bad, because it makes sense. Because right now I think the chair is going for about $2,000 or $3,000, and I think the same thing for the Virtuix treadmill, especially the commercial one. I think the commercial one's going for almost $10,000. So I think if you figure out somehow, I'm not even sure what kind of box it will come in, because that just seems like a very crazy box. If they figure out a version to where it folds up to maybe the size of a small coffee table, or maybe you put in, if you ever bought a bike online and got a bike shipped to you, maybe a box like that, and then you open the box like that or whatever, or better yet, think about it like this for people who, this would be easy for everybody, a 65-inch TV. You buy, think of a box like that, maybe, right? Maybe a little bigger. You buy that. That's the bundle. You get it shipped to you, or you go buy it from the store, 60-inch, whatever, 50-inch. And you take that box, take it home, you open it up, you get the goggles, the VR headset, put it on your head, and then there's the gloves in there as well. Boom. And then also, as we talked about the M1 chip, that's something else. The M1 chip, or whatever other chips that people are coming out with, can knock out a lot of the excess accessories. You won't need, let's say Microsoft, who is into the VR space, and Sony, let's say they come up with a way to have whatever chip they come up with in the future to put into their VR things. So now you can either choose to buy a console or buy that bundle, which has the console technology inside that bundle. But so it'd be like the VR headset separately. So it'd be like have your VR set up separately. So I think that'd be good. And like I said, I think $3,000 wouldn't be too bad if you opt in for the chair or whatever. Or if you don't want the chair, you want to opt in for just the treadmill, then if you take out the the chair and only get the treadmill only, let's say that'll bring it back down to maybe $1,000 or $900 something dollars. If you get both, that could be about $3,000. I just see that being probably the most efficient way for people not to lose money or whatever until they figure out a way for it to pretty much be even smaller and smaller or more compact without it the safety or the actual way that the product is used. Because anything else, then you get that Nintendo thing with the cardboards. Just saying, if you take off, because there's no way that you can create that. There's just no way you can create a treadmill like that to where you can run around and jump and do everything and have a chair put together and then say you're going to sell it for less than $800 with all of that together without you sacrificing something. I mean, it's just no way. I mean, market wise, it doesn't make sense. I mean, unless, like I said, later on they figure out a way to get a chip, some type of chip or some type of new hardware that takes away a lot of the bulk from that to where you can have something that's like a Nintendo cardboard thing, but it'll still give you that same presence, which I don't see coming out anytime soon. As of right now, I can see you putting all of those parts into a slightly heavy box that's the size of a 50 to 65 inch TV box, and having all those parts for about $1,000 to $3,000 depending on what you opt in for. If you want the chair and the treadmill together, to where they cohesively fit together and you can take one apart and put them together and all that, and you can seem like you're standing and running around and you sit in a chair and it goes automatically, I'll say that's going to be about $3,000 plus the gloves and whatever they do with the feet and to make you feel like you're a complete person inside of a VR game. Other than that, I don't know, but that's what I want to talk about, the Sense gloves. You guys think that? I hope so, because I'm ready for it. I mean, I'm an active guy. I'm a dancer. I like running. I like even at the job that I don't like right now, I like the active part. I like the fact that I can pick up something extremely heavy and carry it and feel that I'm getting a little bit of a workout or whatever. So I do like that part. So if I was able to just take that with me to my house, but I want to do everything. I don't want to just run and jump. I want to be able to run, get in my car. I want to be able to get out. I want to be able to touch stuff like in real life. I want to be able to throw grenades, shoot. I want to be able to shoot magic. I want to be able to dodge the way I want to dodge. I want to be able to kick. I want to be able to kick. Sorry, I didn't mean to kick the thing down. I want to be able to kick. I got to kick. I want to be able to climb the way I want to climb, jump off, roll, dodge. If I can, well, I don't think they'll make it until you a flip. You'll probably break the whole system. But I want to be able to do majority of the stuff you can technically do in real life, in the game, but more extended because I don't have magic powers, and I'm not that great with a lot of machinery technology as far as like weapons or not. So not a lot, whatever. But yeah, that's what I want to talk about. What do you guys think? Anybody here in the comments? Did everybody sleep? Wake up? What do you think? What y'all want them gloves? Y'all should look it up. Sense gloves.
What do you call a lizard that has a lot of money?
Hammer? What do you call a lizard that has a lot of money? I have no idea.
I don't know.
A millionaire.
Stupid. God, I should have got that.
What do you call a little person laughing on the south side?
A little person laughing on the
south side. So what?
A little kiki.
God dang it.
That's so dumb.
These are all like these are all old school like Houston rappers.
Yeah, it's Houston jokes.
Houston jokes.
Bruh. They got Hulk in the in-game outfit.
What do you call a rapper that never lies?
I don't know.
Trey the Truth.
I'm done. I'm done with you.
Anyway, all right. But that is going to be the show for the night. We had pretty good. I had to edit it and put this all together tomorrow. Get the cut and stuff like that. See what I'm saying? Alright. Anyway.
Talk nerdy to me.